G'day.
Champions.
Metalheads.
G'day, Metalheads.
And
Welcome
other
back.
musical type listeners.
That's it, yeah. Thank you for your feedback, by the way. We've had a lot of suggestions come through for Monday Night Metal.
Or not so metal, or
Well,
other
Monday
genres.
Night Grunge.
Yeah.
MNG.
Yeah.
What do we got, George?
There's a lot of metal about this, though.
There is a lot of
man.
metal.
I tell you what,
to be
if there's a metalhead that says they don't like this album, I don't know.
They are false metal.
Alice in Chains, Dirt. I fucking love this album.
There you go. I mean, they were the heavier end of the grunge
Absolutely.
spectrum, weren't they? They were dirty and sludgy and distorted, and Jerry Cantrell was unashamedly a metal guitarist, you know.
He was.
Jace, your first memories of this album?
Girlfriend at the time, driving Cortina, had this on the Alpine system.
The old Alpine.
Yeah, you know, the one that you pull out and shove in back. We're
Your
talking about
component
early
system,
90s,
mate,
yeah.
with a faceplate on it.
Yeah, that's it, you know.
Bloody
And the
hell.
whole thing you could pull out and shove under the seat. But that sounded just incredible in this car, you know, and it split my ears open.
Yeah.
Especially that first track, Them Bones, Far Out. It just,
What a way to open an album with that. Just
You know?
yeah, it just grabbed you by the ghoulies on the outset, didn't it?
straight into a riff.
Yeah.
And let go.
Yeah.
George, some of the other tracks, what we got off?
Well, I mean, look, you can go through each one of them one by one. Damn That River. Rooster.
Rain When I Die.
Yeah.
What a voice.
I know.
Like his voice just went,
I know.
"What?"
It's,
Man.
it is
I
mad.
know.
That was
Angry
mad. It
Chair.
was mad.
You know, when you see them live too, I don't know whether anyone actually, you know, who watches this ever saw them with Lane, because they cancelled their Adelaide show. I think it was 92, 93 at Thebby, because he was not a well man by that time. But I mean, you know, we've seen him live a couple of times since with William Duvall,
Very, very.
who stepped in
Amazing,
for Lane.
actually.
And you realise just how much is Jerry too.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, this is no disrespect to Lane
Yeah.
at all, but you realise how much of the passion and the voice and
Oh, it wouldn't be the same without it.
was
man. Like,
Jerry. And you
those
know,
two voices combined were so unique.
Yeah.
And you could hear it anywhere and you knew exactly who it was.
exactly who it was. They
Well,
have a very
I mean, if
unique
you look
sound.
at the song that probably got most people interested or attracted to this album, then you'd have to go as far to say that would be Wood.
Wood.
Be Wood.
I mean, the lead vocal for that track, verses especially, and of course the signature Alice in Chains harmony, that was all Jerry Cantrell.
There you go. So you know they that song popped up on another fantastic compilation album from the movie Singles,
Yeah,
which
great
is a
movie.
Cameron Crowe picture, and it featured a lot of Seattle bands on there.
Cameos from Pearl Jam, Soundgarden.
Yeah, was Temple of the Dog on there, and Screaming Trees were on there. It was so good. It was really, really good. And you know, that was, you know, it's still one of those songs that stands up. The whole album is an absolute classic. We saw them at Download in Melbourne at Flemington a few years ago. Now, George said to me, I'm never allowed to see them live again
Never.
because I was a blubbering mess, mate.
Bald
when they
like a
came.
baby. Bald like a baby.
Right. I'd had a couple of tins, but it was
On comes
Still.
down in a hole.
down in a hole, and I was
And he
down in a
bawled like a
hole,
baby.
mate. I was
Yeah,
down.
well, you know, if you've never...
That's the power of music,
Yeah.
you know, it really is.
It was very moving. It was
moving.
It was, you know, it got you right in the feels, that's for sure.
You know, Sean Kinney, the drummer, is not well at the moment. They've cancelled a big string of shows, I think, in the States and Europe. But fingers crossed, maybe Alice in Chains will come back to Australia next year. And
well,
if-
and of course we should mention as well Mike Starr. who,
yeah, that's right, R.I.P. as well. Yeah.
Isn't there, but I mean that cracking bass line that opened up Wood.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's gold for days on
It
this
is.
record.
It
So,
is.
with all of the records we talk about, go get it.
I had a really bad review about this one day, and they
What?
said it's a really boring album unless you're, you know, and how many songs can you write about taking smack? And I'm like, no,
a lot.
You haven't got it.
Yeah.
You really haven't got the idea of what's going on here, you know.
out of touch.
Yeah, and look, you know, there may be some, what do you call it, similarities or congruences there or whatever, but the musicianship speaks for itself. It's
Yeah.
fucking amazing.
Don't listen to the critics. Buy this
No.
record. It's fantastic.
Make your own
Yeah.
mind up.
Yeah.
Make your own mind up. But you got to listen to this album.
You've got to listen to it. So keep the suggestions coming, by the way. We're going to try and do one of these a week. And so on behalf of Jason, we are Nakatomi Plaza. This is Monday Night Metal.